Hello, this is Zella's mom. She's been wanting to do a video on some of the plants we've got out here, but she keeps finding herself involved in other activities. So I thought I'd do a few for her, and we'll see if she gets back to this or not. Here are a few ground cherries that we just put in, and we've had some of them off it already. So. For our baskets this year, we have, this one is Spanish Dancer, has a lot of nice tomatoes on it. Made salsa with these last week and it's super good. Our other basket is looking a little rougher. This is Maglia Rosa, which is excellent eating tomato. Very, very sweet. It was in a greenhouse that got way too hot for a while, so it's a little bit, it's still recovering. And chickens. So over here is the main garden. We have a pot of parsley that I just rewatered because it had gotten drier than I had thought. We got some comfrey, some walking onions. This tomato plant is a Sylvangami, which is a big pink tomato. It's got one on here. Right there. It's a little cat-faced on that side, but it's better on that side. And it has some small ones starting. This one is really cool. This is Moldovan Green. We've grown it before and it tastes really good. This is what color they get when they're ripe. They're not actually green. They get this kind of amber color. And I'm going to take this one off now. It's a little cracked on the top, but this is, there we go. A little cracked on the top, but this is the color that they get when they're ripe. And over here in the pot, I've got Desperado. Oh, maybe you can see it better that way. It's it stays small. It's a pink kind of paste type. Let's see. It has a few tomatoes on there. I've taken a few off it already, but it's got more. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's more coming. Then this one is Maddeline's vine cherry, which is a yellow. It's a yellow cherry. It's a stabilized version of sun sugar, I believe. And we've had a couple off of there too. They're pretty good. Then black cherry. We had some issues with some fertilizer earlier on, and you can kind of see on the leaves there that it didn't like that much, but I think we got it figured out now. But the black cherry has a few right in here that are ready to go. There's those. I think there's another one in there. Oh, there's two more in there. So, yeah, that one's cracked. That's going to have to be a chicken tomato. Alright, this one is Indigo Orange Supertress, which was fairly expensive seed, but I really wanted to see what it was like. And it does, it puts out tresses of tomatoes. They're going to turn orange. Oops. They're going to turn orange underneath when they're ripe, but I haven't gotten anything off of this one yet. This is the one that was the worst affected by the fertilizer that didn't go well. This one is a Oxheart Pineapple. But I think it's starting to grow out of the problems, and it does have some flowers now. So hopefully, oh, here's, this one is Violet Heart. It's kind of a cherry, but it's a little bigger than a cherry. We got it off an Etsy company a few years ago, and we've been saving seed ever since. They are really tasty. These are as big as we've gotten off them. They were smaller last year, but they were in a worse spot last year. But they're like this. They got a really interesting taste. It's not crispy exactly, not crunchy, but it's not as soft as other tomatoes, which sounds bad, but it actually tastes really good. So they're kind of cool. They're called Violet Heart. Let's see. Oh, over here is one of my Russian varieties. This is Gourmet Cream. And they're like this, but they'll turn red underneath when they're ripe. Oh, maybe this one's ripe. That's close to it. There, it kind of gets kind of a cream color underneath it. And I've got two other ones in the house. We haven't actually tried them yet. But they look super, super pretty. So let's see. So then over here I have pink Indigo Pear Drops. Indigo Pear Drops, which we have one of those actually. Here's the Indigo Pear Drops. And it has one coming. This is kind of a big one. Usually they're smaller than that. But it's stretched out from the fertilizer that wasn't the right one. But here's kind of showing that's the way they usually start out. And it's indigo on top and orange on the bottom. These pink Indigo Pear Drops are supposed to be the same, only pink. And this size here is more the way the regular indigo, there we go, more the way the regular Indigo Pear Drops are. So I'll take some of these off. I have not tried these yet. They're really good too. They're just as good as the Indigo Pear Drops, just a slight difference in the taste. But super pretty. Alright, then, oh, this little guy is Dessert Cream. It's another one of my Russian ones. And this one had a few issues starting up, so it's still pretty small. But we'll see how it does. Here is Hazel. Here's one of my daughter's favorites. Sister Keys. It is a green when ripe cherry, which actually turns this color, not green. But it's very, very sweet. And I think she did it as I think Zala did it as a single seed challenge one year. Although that one we grew in a container, and I don't know that it turned out as well as it might otherwise have. Alright, this one over here is Fritz Ackerman, which is a large pink tomato. And it's got, it's starting with the blossoms, but I think it's going to be a later one. This is the first year we've grown it. Oh, well, no, it's got one. It's got a little tomato coming there. But it's not as early as some of these others. Look. Over here, we have Sart Roloise, or Roloise, I have no idea how you pronounce it. We've grown this quite a lot. It's got a little blossom and drop. We've grown this quite a lot, and it is an excellent tomato. It really, really tastes good. Let me grab my pruners for that one. This one is indigo on the top and yellow on the bottom. So this is what they look like. They're really pretty. They taste really good. They got more of a mild flavor. And this one has It's got another one coming there that's starting to turn a little smidge, I think. And then it's got babies and flowers. And I knocked the top off there, unfortunately. I was trying to get the hose over it. Then we have, what's this? Oh yeah, this is the Indigo Pear Drop. We have spoon tomatoes, which we're gonna have a boatload of these little guys, I think. There's, let me see if I can, oh, there's some. You can kind of see, they're tiny, itsy bitsy little tomatoes. Zella really wanted to grow these this year. I told her she'd have to keep them picked, which it looks like she has actually been doing. So, then this one over here is, this is one of the Karma tomato. This is Karma Apricot. And it's a potato leaf. And it's got lots of blossoms going. I think I saw a couple of little tomatoes in here somewhere. Yeah, right there. So it's starting. It's going to be kind of a smaller size tomato. But they're supposed to taste really good, so we'll find out. Have one melon that may be surviving. I have beans that are not surviving. I don't know what's eating them. And I've got some cucumbers here. This one is Beit Alpha. And got some small ones that are probably going to be ready for too long. There. Right there. This other one is Silver Slicer. And it's just barely starting to get those little tomato or cucumbers going. So those are cool. And they're doing good. They're kind of growing more in their cages than what they did last year, so it's a good thing. Over here, I have some peppers. I'm gonna get on the other side. So the majority of these are Sudar, which is it's one from a Ukrainian seller called Nikovita or something. But anyway, they're really good. They turn red and they're sweet. They're really, really nice. And that one got some sun scald on it, and it's gonna have to come off. Which I should have brought my pruners along for. But some of them are starting to turn, blush a little bit. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's the one over here. Sorry. Oh, maybe it's not that one. Anyway, there's some of them that are starting to blush a little bit. And then this one here is Golden Pheasant, which also came from that same seller. Or no, actually, maybe that one came from the one in France. I'm not sure. But, yeah, it's going to be a orange sweet. Let's see. Oh, we've got Copper River over here. This was another one Zella really wanted to grow. So I found a spot to stick it in. And it's got some blossoms going on here. So, and then we have an Aji Dulce pepper, another Golden Pheasant. That's a Fresh Bites orange in the pot there. Where am I? Am I getting it right? Yeah, there we go. Fresh Bites orange. You can see it's got one that's starting to come. That was in a place where there was a lot of grasshoppers, and you kind of tell. This one here, which is a pizza pepper, same deal. Lots of grasshoppers. But we've got a couple off of those, and they're pretty good. They've got a little heat to them. This is a Margaret's pepper. So I've heard really good things about it. We'll find out. This other one, this has got one going on right there. That is a golden cayenne pepper. So we'll see how warm that is. And then I have carrots going to seed. So this is all purple, some sort of purple carrot. I'm not sure what. But we're going to have a lot of seed for it here pretty soon. Got to figure out when to bag the blossoms here so they don't just spread their seeds all over everywhere. We did that with parsley the other year. we still got, that's one of the reasons we put down all this straw and cardboard, is because we had so many parsley volunteers coming, even from 2 years ago. And over here are a few of my last minute ones. And the chickens are having a fight. My last minute ones that I stuck in when it became clear the beans were not surviving. This one is Damascus Steel. This is Snow White, which is a little orange cherry, yellow cherry, what's considered white in tomatoes. And this is Blue Pineapple Lineage, which is kind of a blue pineapple, but it's supposed to have lines on it more, I guess. So, I don't know. We'll see how that does. So, anyway, so that's the garden. Hopefully Zella approves of this video. Have a good day.